Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in public. I hope the camera angle is working out. Had to move around a little bit this time, just the brightness was off. But hopefully the camera angle this time is working out. If you watched the Mint review yesterday, you know I kind of mentioned the Taco Bell that we're going to be reviewing right now. And that's what I did. I went out, I finally got the Boss Wrap, and that's what we got. So there it is, right here. You can see it. So that's what today's review is going to be for, exactly, the Boss Wrap from Taco Bell. Now, the name itself of this dish is just an enigma. It is completely enigmatic, alright? They name it the Boss Wrap. Why do they name it such a thing? Is this intended for bosses in the corporate world only? Or are they simply playing off of the old phrase, that's so boss? And they're saying that this wrap is just implying that it's going to be the best thing one has ever had. Regardless, they have two types of Boss Wraps. One has steak and potatoes, that's the one we got. The other has like everything else in it, but we went with the steak and potatoes, so I'm just going to bite into it just to see what we got. Hope it's not a repeat of the grilled stuffed nacho, and we'll try it out. So, Boss Wrap from Taco Bell going in. Being that this is such a large product, this might be one of the longer consumption sequences on this program. Now, this wrap itself is a very complex item. It has many flavors in it. I'll give you a little cross section here. You can see it actually is layered. So on this layer here is like the potatoes. Looks like some little bacon bits, maybe some sour cream or something. Yeah, you can see the little bacon bits, the little pieces of cancer right there. And then this is some sort of, a little spicy sauce and some heaps of steak from Taco Bell, right? You can kind of see how the little shell is falling apart on me. So, it's the Boss Wrap. What is so special about it? How did it taste? What made it boss? Here's the problem with it, ladies and gentlemen. They went overboard on this, okay? When you want a taco, a burrito, even a wrap, or a crunch wrap, from good old Taco Bell, what you normally want is a defined flavor that you're able to focus on. You can say, here's the beef, right? Here's the hot sauce. Here's the special vine-ripened tomatoes that they imported from Chile. That's the focal point of this dish. That's what they said you should focus on. I taste it well, and that's what I can focus on. That's the focal point of this dish. The problem with the Boss Wrap here, well, they mentioned that it's a steak and potato, or potato, as some say, a Boss Wrap. The issue with it is that they just put too much in there. They put so much just garbage in there. I mean, it's probably the truth. It probably is the quality, but let's not get into that. But they just loaded it up with so much stuff. There's just so many different flavors clashing with each other. So many different flavors in every single bite. You can't focus on one thing. You can't say, as they might want you to, oh yeah, this is definitely, I can taste the beef and I can taste the potatoes. You can't say that. There's just so much, all these different sauces and so on. That's the main issue here, okay? Every single bite, there's just so many flavors coming into your mouth. You get a little spiciness from one of the sauces, you get a different, more cooling flavor from another sauce, you get a little brief taste of the potatoes, you get the poor quality steak that they give you that you taste, some of the bacon, you know, and all that. And then of course, a little briefly, somewhat charred little wrap itself. There's just too many flavors just clashing each other at once. With that being said, you really can't describe the overall bite, but it's just a mess, alright? You're just going to taste, of every single mouthful, you're going to taste one thing stronger than the other. One sauce is stronger than the next, and so on and so forth. Now, with that being said, you got to focus on the individual flavors themselves. You got to say, okay, well, they talk about the potatoes of this one. What do they taste like specifically? So, here's what we got. The famed potatoes, which they really talk about in this dish so much, are nothing special. Don't expect, McDonald's tier French fries laid down on this thing, because it's not going to be that. Rather expect little, here's a piece for you right here, like this. Almost little like buffet style potatoes, you know? Nothing special remotely about them. A little bland, what you'd expect from Taco Bell though. So don't really expect too much from that. As for the steak itself, they give you a double portion of it. That's one of the real selling points of this. And it's a boss wrap. The steak itself, another problem with it. Okay. It is soft. It's not chewy. It's not been sitting in the freezer since 1979 or anything like that. It is soft. It is fresh. But you can just tell by its lack of flavor that the meat itself just really isn't too much quality at all to it. No seasoning on it at all. Just kind of like a little slab of meat they chopped up and put on there. So the two main focal points that they try to get on this dish really just, aren't the greatest quality, aren't the most flavorful, and that is an issue. Now, price-wise, this whole boss wrap that they claim it to be was, believe it or not, let me just get my credentials here. Was $4.99, $5.43 with tax and all that good stuff. For this $5.43, I'm not buying it. I actually did buy it. Alright, forget it. That was a bad figure of speech. I used it the wrong time. $5.43 though is a bit expensive for this, especially considering you're not getting what they claim to be a boss wrap. Not the most quality in the world. I would say this whole thing should be maybe $3-4 at most. $3-4, too expensive. Just a mess of flavors. Everything comes together, yeah, but just don't expect anything quality from it, because it's just rather bland, overwhelming, overpowering at times, and just too expensive in my opinion. So that being said, after analyzing the boss wrap from Taco Bell from every angle, 90 degree, 62 degree, even 325 degrees, well, what have we observed exactly? Not worth it. Standard Taco Bell quality, just overpriced, bland, a mess of flavors. Edible, yes, but just not, don't expect really too much quality out of it. So out of 10, I'm just going to be giving this a 6.8 out of 10, just a little below average. While the flavors they are there, it's edible. It's just a big mess. It's just overpriced, and especially the price really was what brought the rating down a bit. Because it's so overpriced, the real issue about it is that you're paying too much for something that shouldn't be valued what it's at. So, and that's why I'm giving it what it gets, what it's got. And that's all we got for you. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This is Running on Empty Food Review, and today we reviewed the something boss wrap from Taco Bell. I believe that was the steak and potato, not bacon, No, steak and potato boss wrap. Thank you so much for watching again. This is Report of the Week, and we'll see you later. Take care.